Graham Potter wants his players to be tactically flexible but also brave on the ball. As Graham Potter walked around the pristine setting of Cobham, kitted out in branded training gear, the 47-year-old soon began to share the ideas and principles he hopes to instill with his new group of players. You have to understand they are human beings first, and the key thing was to understand them, Potter told Chelsea's in-house media team. What motivates them and what they're like as people, and then, from that, try to come to some common ground. It's a combination of football and human values that we try to work with. It was little surprise that Potter expressed a need for empathy and connection with his players beyond their positions on a tactical board. Anyone who has read, watched or heard about his unique coaching journey to this point would have probably picked up the phrase emotional intelligence attributed to Potter. But soon, he did offer insight into the technical side of his coaching. I want a tactically flexible, attacking, possession-based team. Players that are brave, that aren't afraid to make mistakes. That can get on the ball and show courage and really try to enjoy their football. One of the frustrations about Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel was the feeling that players became rigid in possession, very rarely taking risks against well-structured defenses, and more content to keep within the boundaries of the German setup. That structure undeniably made Chelsea a fearsome opponent against elite opposition, specifically in the Champions League, but could be accused of being pretty blunt and predictable against inferior opposition who did not press Chelsea as intently. If the players are enjoying their football, there's a chance that the supporters will enjoy it as well. That's how you grow and develop as a club, Potter continued. Styles of play don't make you win games. The challenge is having players believe in it and how it works. When looking at the squad Potter picks up from Tuchel, he is not devoid of players who can be brave on the ball and are not afraid to make mistakes. One name that comes to mind is Hakim Ziyech. Although the Moroccan's reputation amongst supporters is probably at its lowest right now, given the consistent noises of his desire to leave and a pretty woeful outing against Zagreb, it is undeniable at his best. He can prove a very expressive and daring player, one who never seemed to fit Tuchel's controlled approach. Whether Ziyech's current status as a fringe, unhappy presence can be reshaped with Potter will only become clearer in the coming months, but he potentially fits a braver approach that supporters will want to see. It would not be overly shocking to see a distant figure re-emerge as a first-team player following a coaching change. Raheem Sterling, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Conor Gallagher and Reece James are just a few others who come to mind when thinking about players who could offer more in this aspect.